Okay, we're back. And we're going to head down the dungeon. And we're going to tab through all this stuff. Try on this chainmail. It's not good. I mean, the MR++ is nice, but really not necessary. Take this lightning rod. By the way, we almost have bows to 20. Now, gargoyles really don't need to train defenses at all for a long time. You can. It certainly helps, but on a character like this, I don't think so. Anyway, we should be able to just clear this stuff out. I'm actually, the thing I'm really concerned about is not being able to kill things. It's more, what I'm concerned about is ammo. Because as you can see, we're really burning through it. Maybe I should start using melee on some of this popcorn. I mean, I can just I can just berserk and kill this stuff pretty easily. Just with the spear. So maybe we ought to stick with that for a little while. If I find some more centaurs, we should be fine. Hopefully we get the ranged ending to Orc. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, we got a gargoyle fighter. Gargoyle ghosts are always rather annoying, if only because they have such amazing defenses. It's immune to cold. Oh man. I don't even want to fight this thing. I don't believe we can kill it. Unless I use Brothers in Arms. Let's do that, I guess. Yeah, see, I can't even hurt him. Not as Berserk. Alright, that was a worthy use of Brothers in Arms. Took away an annoyance that probably couldn't have destroyed right now on my own. Okay, we've hit our training target for bows. Let's train nothing but fighting for a while. Let's kill Josephine with my bow. Same for her wraiths. Okay, we got the Orc Knight. Just bear in mind these guys can do pretty good damage to me, but it looks like we're okay. Okay, looks like it's not a disconnected Orc 1. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to take those steps, but that's okay. What I wanted to do was take out the priests. Okay, there we go. Let's take this stuff to the staircase. Wow, there's three priests. Time to leave. Could eat almost 60 damage if they all decided to smite at the same time. Got a couple priests here. They are the priority. Very contested entranceways. And we're running out of arrows like crazy. So we'll use the spear for a little while. Whip of Pain, no big deal. Wow, we are out of arrows. I'll put on regen. I'm gonna Ice Blast this dude, then I'm gonna swing on him. Now I'm going to Ice Blast this guy. We want to kill the Orc Sorcerer as soon as possible, because we haven't trained very much in the way of evocations. It's not doing much, but we get the kill anyway. Well, that didn't quite work. I'm gonna teleport just to be safe. Got a couple double zaps here. And we'll Berserk to finish him off. I would really like my arrows back. Unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna have to deal with this contested set of staircases for just a little while longer. Thankfully, we have Berserk. Longbow of freezing. So we have our longbow now. And we'll certainly be using it, and that will help quite a lot. As long as we actually hit, shouldn't run out of arrows again. Well, I still need a bit of a stockpile. But now we've collected all the ones we had, so we have 50. This is good enough. We'll back up. Shoot these guys in a line. I'll use Trog's hand so I can't get paralyzed. Still have Trog's hand up. Using Lightning Bolt to shoot through this stuff. Well, Lightning Rod. Oh, well, we're running out of Trog's hand. Maybe we should refresh it. Okay, that ring is nice, but not really something we need or want. Faith is something we want for sure. No question in my mind that I want to wear that. And a Manual of Fighting. Sweet. Okay, so our ammo problems are done. Totally done. We'll be getting tons and tons of gifts now that we have faith. Our ammo problems were probably done by the time we found a longbow, but this is fine too. Let's finish out the dungeon. Looks like we've got a Bailey available. I'll magic map this. We are still burning through arrows pretty quickly. Oh no, I'm still slow. Okay, we'll rest up. Steady creaking of a very distant portcullis. It's not quite ready to close up on me yet, so we're fine. Besides, we know exactly where it is. Hopefully we get some arrows in here. Or Trog picks up the pace on the gifts. This one's interesting. With the spear, we can just kill most of this stuff. Slowly, but it dies. Sometimes there's a manual of fighting in here, so I do like this Bailey. It's going to be pretty cool if I have 2 manuals of fighting. Get to 27 in no time at all. Pull back to this wall. Just a good thing to do in general. So we lure one thing at a time. Okay, we've got a little bit of a party here. Alright, I think I can go back to using my bow. Looks like we may have found a potion of experience. I think one of those can spawn here. A black potion. Okay, yeah, alright. Just try on the staff. Staff of Earth. Don't need any staves, I just like to identify them. Now we'll use Identify. Now you'll notice I did not identify the one that I found. I'm like 50% sure it's experience, and it is. Sweet. Now in terms of what I'm going to dump this into... I guess I could just do fighting. I'm not clear on whether Potion of Experience combines with manual or not. I think it does. So yeah, we'll just go fighting. Even if it doesn't, I mean, I want more fighting anyway, so fine. Minotaur Fighter. Should be easy enough to take this guy out. Just tab him. Finally got a Hex Wand. Nice. Centaur had a longbow. Cyclops can be pretty scary. Let's focus this mage down. Now we just found an artifact ring. Let's take a look at that. Really good ring. Invis might be worth using. But on the other hand, I think I just want to become really good at shooting this bow. Okay, that's a Rolcha. We will use MR++. Just looking at what's in this book. None of this stuff is needed for the eventual swap. So we'll burn that for piety. I don't think we have gloves yet, do we? No, we don't. So now we're just missing a cloak. Hey, there's acquirement. Book, Manual of Fighting. Wow. 2 manuals of fighting. Let's see what this hat is. Just generic +1. Now we are going to go into Spider Nest first, once we're ready to do lair branches. Let's take out this melee with the rod. Smiting was getting to be a problem. Would have been nice to immolate this stuff, but I don't have immolate identified. Wow, 7 potions of resistance. That's crazy. What's also crazy is we don't have healing identified, but I'm 99% sure it's probably, well, it's going to be one of these big stacks. Pretty much guaranteed. Well, we'll fight Nessos. He has a longbow of flaming, which is probably superior to my bow. Yes, it is. Just by 1 point. Now, we'd probably rather have freezing for hydras and things, but we're beyond the point of caring since we'll kill things pretty much instantly at range. Actually, wow, we're slowly increasing, so we went from +1 to +2 to +3. Here's another ghost of this guy. I've seen him before. Looks like he's lost another Minotaur fighter. Can't confuse him. I don't want to be next to him and this thing at the same time, but we're probably okay. Yeah, we're fine. And as you can see, we're doing perfectly fine on arrows now that we've found a few centaurs. Faith is helping too. Actually, I'm really glad I found Faith because we have much better chances of Trog giving us a really good longbow now. Box of Beasts, I'll take that. Okay, we have heal wounds identified. I'm going to leave this book of spatial translocations. It's got really good spells in it for when we're ready to swap off Trog. Okay, we've gathered up way too many things. Get them in this hallway. Always love seeing a pack of centaurs. Now we have more than enough arrows to last for pretty much the rest of the game. Blink was already available in spatial translocations, so I didn't need to save that book. I would rather walk around with Pro Magic than +3 AC. Just on the off chance that I auto-explore into something that can paralyze me, which does happen. Okay, let's go into Spider. So like I said, we're going to do Spider first because we're immune to poison. And AC is king in here. We have quite a lot of it. Pretty much everything in here is a melee attacker. So AC is actually really useful in here. The orb spiders, of course, are ranged and ignore GDR, but they're also very easy to avoid getting orbed by. So, I mean, you just have to use positioning. In fact, orb spiders are basically, they're your friends, you know? Orb spiders you can use to kill like demonic crawlers or other particularly powerful or hard to kill enemies. So it's a pretty good move. Let's see. Let's clear out the inventory a bit. Drop everything but the meat for food. Let's drop this amulet of magic regeneration. We don't need that. Won't be regenerating magic. Let's drop these flame wands. We're deep enough in the game that they're kind of useless. Or not terribly useful, I should say. Draw Potion of Berserk Rage. We will not need that. And we'll draw Potions of Brilliance, since we're not casting. So yeah, 4 easy games. Go bows. I'm not sure why I didn't think of doing this before. Like, I always knew that bows were really strong, but I didn't think of the idea of extending streaks by playing a series of bow users in a row. I mean, if you wanted to do the ultimate easy streak, I guess you would just play Centaur Berserker a lot. But this is a way to do it to showcase different races and have a pretty easy time of doing it. A pretty easy time of running. And plus it demonstrates different ways to use, like an alternate way of using a Berserker. I don't think many people go for ranged on Berserkers, and if they do, it's usually throwing. Anyway, we're marked. Let's go into Killhole Land over here. Scroll up brand weapon. Okay, well this is freezing now, that's fine. That's what I was looking for, immolation. If we have to be marked, we might as well have fun with immolation while we're doing it. Although this wasn't purely for fun. This genuinely makes this easier to do, so it was the right move, I think. Wow, this isn't working out. We're too corroded. I really want to kill this thing so that it explodes. There we go. Kind of running out of hit points here. But we still have fear if we need to. We have Trog's Hand, or not Trog's Hand, but Brothers in Arms. I think we're going to use Brothers in Arms. We're very, very, very hurt. So let's let the Deep Troll handle the rest. What? Wow. I guess I'll do that again. We're going to use Heal Wounds. Okay, hold the phone. Entropy Weaver. Wow. Alright, I'm going to fear this stuff. We'll use one more of those. Alright, I'm going to heal wounds. I'm going to fire. Oh, come on. I need to reset this fight is what I need to do. Finally, Entropy Weaver is dead. So we spent a lot of piety there. on those 3 brothers in arms. But we have faith, so we'll get it back. Wow. Let's blink out of here. Oh wow, and my troll is confused, so it actually clawed me. Should have checked that first. We'll do the double blink. And we'll just walk out. So, that was a situation I should not have stuck around in for nearly that long. And I should not have blinked next to my troll, because it was confused from a Tarantella. So those were some serious mistakes that were made. And now I have to play a lot more carefully because, well, because I don't have any blink anymore. The only panic button I have is fear and teleport to a lesser degree. We are marked. I'm going to stay on a staircase. And we do have, no, we don't have cancellation. I was going to say we could cancel off the mark if this keeps happening, but this is the 2nd floor in a row we've been marked. But here it's not bad because we're already on a staircase. But yeah, if you get marked, you should go to a staircase immediately if you're not on one. It was very foolish of me not to do that. +5 Ring of Protection. That's good enough that I'm tempted to walk around without the MR. I think I'm gonna. Have not seen this ruined door before. I'm gonna open it. Dancing weapons, huh? I see that there is a statue blocking all this. Hey, acquirement. Let's get book. Manual of bows. That's awesome. Well, let's use that since we want to use up the manual. Yeah, I have not seen this vault before. Dancing weapons and spiders seems a little odd. Tarantellas and dancing weapons, so I guess the idea is you get confused and then you eat a bunch of damage from the dancing weapons. Man, Tarantellas are really obnoxious. That AF confuse is just too good. Probably should be immune to it if you're immune to poison. Personal opinion. Okay, let's drop some of this stuff. Anything that's been used a lot. Got a pretty decent pile of things here. Why don't we back out? Try to get confused on this thing. It's not working. I'm gonna fear this stuff. I should have called a brother in arms a long time ago. Now we're out of fear. The reason I feared is that I didn't want to get paralyzed by that hornet. Okay, we're going to kill this thing first. Now I don't care if I get paralyzed by the hornet since he's alone. Looks like we got a longbow gift. I'm going to check it out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, we found our endgame weapon. Now, I'm tempted to spam brand weapon on this thing. Once I clear this floor. Flaming is good enough for spider. I mean, it's good enough for anywhere, really, but... the reason why is that I want to get chaos. That would be really cool. But yeah, plus 8 flaming is plenty good. Okay, there's a ghost moth right there. Let's see invisible. Take him out. Let's put the ring of protection back on. Being watched by something. Put on see invisible. Take it off. Okay, cool. Now, I'm going to check something. Brand weapon. What are the actual chances of me getting chaos? 2.5%. But on the other hand, like the absolute worst case scenario is that I end up with Venom. Best case scenario is Chaos. Second best case scenario is Vorpal. I'm gonna do it. Yep, we ended up with Venom. That's fine. It's still a +8 longbow. And we will find something better eventually, most likely. Kind of had a feeling that would happen. Every time I try to spam brand weapon to get a result like that, I tend to get bad lucked. I should have stopped as soon as I used the third one to guarantee that I didn't end up with Venom. It says that Venom is a lower percentage chance than Flame, Frost, and Electricity, but... or Flame and Frost, anyway. I'm not so sure about that. Okay, we've used up our manual. Couple of rings in here. I gotta tell you, nothing in here seems worth dealing with Zot traps for. I mean, there's an acquirement. It's really good stuff. It's certainly tempting. I would rather just LRD my way in later, although it's going to be quite a while in this Trog guy. I'm going to blow a haste, and I'm going to read Tella, and then I'll go in. And we'll just take a look at this stuff. Well, it's not good. Yeah, this vault sucks. I'm not risking that. I was hoping that there was some way that I could avoid all that stuff. But there really isn't. Wow, what a shame. Huh. I'm trying to think of a way I could even do that. I mean, I could use fog, but it sounds like crap, honestly. I think this would be the spot to use fog, I guess. But even then, you can see two of the traps. And now these guys are walking around right on the traps. So I've really ruined any chance of doing this without LRD. What a dumb vault. I guess it's supposed to be like high risk, high reward, but the reality of it is it's too much risk. There's no good reason to go in here. Even with perfect play, you could get paralyzed and straight up murdered. Really good rewards in there. But yeah. And really the only way I could get in without learning LRD would be to lure Jorgren here. I'm not about to just eat a bunch of shatters as a gargoyle. Okay, we have Donald. We'll let him deal with my troll. And he deals with the troll pretty easily. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Oh no, we could die here. Let me heal wounds. Heal wounds again. Heal wounds again. I want to have 50 hit points. I'll haste. Heal wounds. I'll make a troll. I'll walk away. So we just used a ton of resources to survive that, because we made a very, very bad mistake in mindlessly pulling him up. Whoops. As soon as I saw Donald, I should have left. Donald used to be a really big pushover, and now when I see him, I think it's no big deal. But he casts Might and Haste now, so he's actually a huge deal now. So that one was entirely on me. Thankfully, I saved it with my resources. But it could have gone another way if he had gotten a bunch of max damage hits in a row. Then again, he might have. Yeah, I mean, 42 AC, he was still doing like 32 or 30 plus damage to me, even though he can only hit for 26 damage, plus Demon Trident of, let's see, 26 plus 12 is 38, and then I guess electricity on top of that. I feel like he was hitting for above average damage for most of that, but without thinking about the math a little more, I guess I'm not sure. Okay, here's Polyphemus. I'm gonna walk away from Polyphemus, assuming I don't get netted. Why don't we teleport away from Polyphemus and reset this fight? Oh boy. I'll teleport one more time. I want him to be out of rocks, so I can get this very good engage on him from far away. Well, we still haven't killed him, so we'll explore until we find him. Did he get shafted? Fully explore 3 times. Here's the 3rd. There he is. Okay, that works. Still thinking about that teleporter vault. That's one of the reasons I made that mistake with Donald. I was preoccupied with that amazing loot vault. Okay, we'll turn off Scrolls of Enchant Weapon. We have our +9 longbow, even if it is just Venom. With any luck, we'll find one more brand weapon scroll, although I'm not holding my breath. We've already found 4. Maybe we'll come back, like, way later. One of the reasons I want to do it now is I want that acquirement to acquire another book. Then again, we'll have 27 fighting before too long, so that's one less option for the book acquirements. Okay, we'll fight this stuff right here in this nice little kill hole. As long as I'm not in water, I'm not worried about the nymph. Kill everything outside of it first. Alright, here's the nymph, and the nymph is dead. But yeah, generally only getting attacked by one thing at once, as long as I do it that way, so that's cool. Again, stay here. I really like these little houses for this reason. Natural kill holes, as long as you can stand some attacks. It's really good. How about we don't waste so many arrows? There we go. I didn't want to put them in the deep water for no reason, you know? Okay, this stuff is going to try to get us around on me. So we use this kill hole in the opposite direction. Actually, now that I'm thinking about that Donald engage, I'm really quite lucky that I didn't die, because he was mited and hasted, so he was getting double the number of attacks, so no, he wasn't doing above average damage to me. In fact, when I was spamming heal wounds, I was probably getting lucky and he was doing below average for part of that, which is why I was able to out-heal his damage. That was a very reckless situation, one that I hope to not be in again. And it's, I mean, it was 100% my fault. I let him get next to me. I know how dangerous he is, especially since he spawned with a very good weapon, with a very good brand. I want to be in my kill hole. Why don't we put on Sea Invisibility? Looks like we have a book. Trog gives me a pole arm as a practical joke. Okay, we have our core now as a swap on. That's good to see. Okay, we got 2 runes. We cleared out Dungeon and Orc. We'll cut the video here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really want the loot in this thing. Where is it? It's on Shoals 1, yeah. I really want this loot. I really want that acquirement. I want these rings. There's some potentially very good stuff in here, and there's some guaranteed good stuff in here from the acquirement. Well, not guaranteed, but virtually guaranteed if I were to get a book. It's just not doable safely. You know? I was in that situation where I probably could have fogged here, but if it hadn't blocked line of sight... Man, this is so dumb. I can't get over how silly this vault is. I mean, maybe it's just coming from the fact that I really loathe Zot traps to begin with, but this is just... Yeah, this is just a vault of come back with LRD, you know? But not to complain too much, we do have +2 apt and earth magic. So, we'll just do that. This will be our late game goal. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll come back for it way later. Hopefully I remember. Getting rapid deconstruction online will not really be a problem on this character. We'll do it very quickly. And we apparently have it available in the form of this book. And who knows, maybe those are some really good rings. But you also have to look at it from the perspective of that acquirement could give me something I don't want. Those rings could be totally awful, and then I've taken a tremendous risk for no reward. For me to take a big, like, the kind of risk required, like, because it's an enormous risk required, for me to take the kind of risk that is involved in one of those Zot trap teleporter vaults, you would need to show me an item, probably several items, that are just so incredibly good, like Zephyr would have to be in there, or something. Or Sharnga, whatever it used to be called. I try to call them by the old names before the silly renames, as a point of, as just like sort of a personal point. Bike shedding is silly. If you're watching this video, you probably know what that phrase means. Basically, making changes for the sake of making changes, rather than improving the game. I think I think a lot of those renames is what that was. You know, it's not really valuable. Anyway, where we're going next is probably... Well, we don't have RC Plus unless I swap on. So I don't know about going into... I don't know about going into Slime just yet. Although I might just go ahead and hit up Elf. Since this character can kill things very quickly. Yeah, we'll probably do Elf next time. Maybe not, though. We have low hit points. I don't know. I'll decide next time. I'm hungry for loot now, so we'll see. But until then, I'm signing out.